Hey, I'm Kevin McQuiston, and welcome to the Cab Chronicles. This is part 2. Wanted to tell you a little bit about what the gig's like. It's a 12-hour shift. Pretty much anybody with a valid driver's license can show up at a cab company and they will put you in a cab. There's no training manual, there's no HR department, there's no benefits coordinator. We don't have benefits. We are considered independent contractors, and what you make is what you make. You don't get a paycheck or anything like that. Pretty much all drivers anymore are what are known as lease drivers. It's a 12-hour shift, 6 in the morning till 6 in the evening, or 6 in the evening till 6 in the morning. And at the end of your shift, you pay the cab company a fixed amount of money for the cab for that shift. You pay all of your own gas, and whatever you make off of the fares and off of tips is yours to keep, minus what you paid in gas and you paid for the lease. It's definitely possible to go out there and work a 12-hour shift and come home with 20 bucks in your pocket. It's possible to go out and work a 12-hour shift and come home with 300 bucks in your pocket. It makes it tough to budget sometimes, but like I said in the last installment, you're really never broke because you know you're going to make money, sometime during your shift. There's only two kinds of cab drivers I've found. You're either working on your doctorate or your novel or your next record, or you're completely unemployable in any other field. It doesn't seem to be a whole lot of in between. I know a driver, Richie, who has OCD. He'll stop his cab in the middle of his shift and spend 2 hours detailing it, just cleaning the heck out of it. And he lives a pretty Spartan lifestyle. If you go to his apartment, it's got a cot and an end table and a radio and a lamp. And the rest of the time, Richie is in his cab driving constantly, non-stop, all the time. You can have the cab for 12 hours or you can have the cab 24/7. I have the cab 24/7, but I only work a 12-hour shift, as if 12 hours was like a kind of thing you can say only about. I put 12 hours in the cab and then 4 to 6 hours on music, so it's kind of like having two full-time jobs. A lot of guys, if they got it 24/7, they'll come out when it's busy, go back in when it's not so busy. I can't do that. With the music, I really feel like I need to just 6 to 6, Monday through Friday, and then gig, record, market myself. Most of the cab business is dominated by the Russian mob. It's a great money laundering business. It's a cash business. Taxes may or may not get paid by drivers and companies. It's part of the underground economy for the most part. And the guys that I work for now are Israeli. I'm not going to say they're Israeli mob, but we'll just say they're Israeli. I did used to drive for a company for the Russian mob, and that was pretty interesting. They weren't bad employers, you just didn't want to turn them down when they'd ask for a favor all that often. It's pretty good. You get addicted to being on your own and not answering to anybody, and you meet interesting people. And I've had 2 girlfriends that had asked me out from the back of the cab, and I've gotten gigs from the cab, and I've had therapists tell me that riding with me was the best therapy session that anybody had ever given them, and they felt better when they got out than when they got in, which, like I said, is my goal. So that's it for today's Cab Chronicles, part 2, and everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Talk to you later.